Well, hello everyone. Oh no, the top of my head has been cut off. Also, in before I muted. That would really suck. I never did actually. Windows updated again and I never did check it. So hopefully you guys can hear me alright, and I'm gonna resize myself here so that hopefully it's not like ridiculously stupid looking. There we go. Alright, can I be heard? Can you hear me now? How's it going, everyone? Yes. Yes, hold on, stop waving! Hold on, I will unmute you in a second. Hey.
Hey! Did you forget about us?
No, I was going to unmute you, but I had to say hi to everyone first and get ready. Can y'all hear me on the stream?
Oh, so hey, we're all mad at Shipwreck, by the way.
Shush. Hush. I made a mistake.
No.
No.
Just not a hush. You are getting dragged publicly for this. This is a moment of public shaming. So first of all, I announced my age because I am a gay man of a certain age. And
Okay.
Shipwreck immediately goes, "Oh my god, I didn't realize you were that old."
I thought he was my age, to be fair.
And then she goes, "Oh, but that's not old. You're not old until you're 30." And I'm like, well.
Oh my god.
So basically, Dagan, I might die in D&D today.
Yeah, you royally pissed off the DM. That's pretty dangerous.
So, so you know, she thinks that your age is over the hill, and my age is, I don't know, I guess I'm that old. Yeah.
Wait, whose age?
Aren't you plus 30?
Excuse me?
Well, this is going to be an entertaining stream.
Excuse me? First of all, I don't think I've ever discussed my age with you. And second of all, wow, okay. All right. It's like I see a lot of assumptions flying around. Apparently, I look 30 plus right now. So yeah, all right. All right. Well, that's a thing that just happened.
Blame
Damn
Dammy's the culprit.
Okay, so here's the issue, though. I definitely thought you told me at one point that you were 31, and I actually said this to Shipwreck. I go, Shipwreck, don't you know, like, I'm pretty sure Dagan's like 31. And she goes, yeah. So everyone believes that you're 31.
Great. Well, I am not 31, just for the record. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I am not 31.
It's 51, right?
Oh, no, I'm 69.
Honestly,
I'm 69.
If he was anywhere close, like the 40s, he looks pretty damn good for someone that is that old.
Now I look close to the 40s. All right. You are all on my shit list right now.
As Happy Hansel says, in May's defense, you all look the same to a tiefling. So
Fu, unfortunately, wasn't able to join us this week. He has some IRL stuff he's taking care of. So I just kind of like tried to make... I didn't like how we had the MIA thing happening. I thought it was kind of distracting, so I tried to make it look a little more like clean. So that's why Fu is not there on the board. Although, well, Fu is literally on the board, but he's not, you know, over here in the side panel. Oh, by the way, I fucked up last time when I did my recap. I think the idea is to do it from our character's perspective, not from our perspective, and I did it from my perspective. So I guess do it from Ofala's perspective, right?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we should be waiting for Ginger to do it.
I think the idea was to do it while he was getting the food.
All right, well, from our adventure last time, we basically left the keep, and on that keep we came across some like a small camp of stragglers, and we spent about 15 minutes deliberating if he was going to attack the kobolds and the cultists, and we came to the somewhat unanimous decision to actually avoid it. However, during this time, a certain farty-darty druid tried to have a private word with me and was a bit of a douche. He was trying to tell me that, you know, that certain actions that I have taken have not been great, and it, if I want people to view me differently, that I should try to be more nice. And then we found a clearing, and me and Lafia noticed some movement, so we tried to climb the rocks. It all came crashing down, and we were ambushed. After clearing it, we looted every single body and proceeded to move towards the camp where we had been commissioned to look for somebody and try to loot some valuables. We came upon the scene to see that somebody, and we saw the person we'd been asked to look for being crucified. And that's pretty much where we are.
Okay, so you guys have come up on this camp, this kippity camp, as it were.
So this is the camp. Such a pretty camp with lots of happy-go-lucky kobolds and cultists and stuffs.
Yeah, they're so happy. Okay, so let's talk about this camp. The cultists have set up their camp in the hollow of a rocky plateau that's shaped roughly like a horseshoe. The lower portion of the plateau rises gently from the surrounding land, but it quickly steepens and ascends to a height of around 150 feet above the landscape. Boulders form jumbled heaps at the bases of the cliffs. The level shelves and top of the plateau are covered in long grass and brush, and scrubby trees grow in patches. I believe you put on the cultist robes, right?
Yeah, when we last left off, I put on my cultist robe. I was handing everybody else's to them, right? So I guess, did you guys put on the cultist robes? I think we're all...
Yep.
I need you guys to turn around so I can put it on without you guys looking at my lady parts.
I mean, I'm also a female, so it's completely fine.
No, turn around.
Okay, I respectfully turn around.
Make a vagina check.
And I make a vagina check.
Alright, close around, guys. Now you can look.
She's naked. Just gotcha, buck fuckers.
Oh my god. Hey, my character is not gay, actually. My character is one of them. My character is one of them straighties.
I was actually going to say fuckers, but then I choked on this lovely fried mushroom that I have right here, and then it just kind of came out like butt fuckers.
So you tried to, you're trying to say fuckers while choking on balls, is what you're saying.
First off, I don't choke on balls; I gag on them, and that's only if they're into it. Otherwise, I don't make a sound because I'm polite.
Okay. So, right. Oh, and we saw what's his face down there, right? The guy that the townsperson told us to keep an eye out for.
Yeah,
and he was yeah, and he was bound to something, right? And he was surrounded by people or something. Is that what was happening?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that I have that spell I talked about last time that I could cast on us to help make us more stealthy. It might help us. I mean, even though we're wearing the cultist robes and everything, it might help us blend in a little bit. I need to... Fuck, I should have done this before we got started, but I didn't have time. Let me pull it up here so we can... reads it. It was called Pass Without Trace.
Yep.
Right. So I just put it in there. So, and so, guys, I think that this will be really useful. It's almost like an area of effect, right? So, I will probably have to concentrate on it. I probably won't be able to interact too much if we do need to talk to someone. So, if we end up needing to talk to anybody and you want to be noticed, what we can do is the two of us, including myself, can kind of stand off to the side, whereas another one of us that wants to go interact with someone can kind of step out of the area of effect to be noticed. What do you guys think?
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay, now remember, this will only last about an hour. It's about the longest I can hold my concentration on this spell. So, we're gonna have to use our time wisely, especially since I can only cast this once. It's a very taxing on me. So this is our only chance really to use this. We might want to save it maybe for in the future. I don't know what you guys think.
I think maybe if we see more of a bigger group, we should maybe use it then. But currently, we should be okay.
That's true. I mean, if we accidentally cause a ruckus, I guess we can like hide behind some tents and use it to try to get ourselves out of any sticky situations, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a good idea. So, all right. Well, I think let's start making our way through there. Can you mark on the map where we see what's his face way out there?
Sure. I certainly can do that.
Making our way through the camp.
I do personally think we should avoid
Kobold's Pass and you're homebound.
Right. All right. Also, do you guys see that that cave at the far end of the the camp where the mountain is, or the plateau rather, the bottom of the plateau?
I do indeed.
I think, right? Didn't one of the cultists say something about some dragon eggs being in a cave in the camp or near the camp?
Yeah,
You're right.
the biggest problem is dragon eggs are generally quite large.
Well, there's 3 of us.
True. There is 3 of us, and we do have backpacks.
Yeah, but generally, depending on what kind of the size of dragon eggs, they could be either the size of half of a human or.
Well, we can check it out. If they're too big to carry, maybe they. I don't know. I mean, dragons are kind of dangerous. We could. I don't know. There might be ramifications for this, but maybe we want to maintain the balance by,
We should check for some.
maybe committing a little bit of an infanticide, just a teeny tiny bit, the smallest amounts of infanticide.
I mean, it seems tensions are quite high between kobolds and cultists. Maybe we could diplomatically get them to fight each other.
We'll see.
At this point, you guys take a moment to look at the camp.
Mm-hmm.
So I need everyone to make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Okay. Perception check incoming. Oh, that roll though. Oh my gosh, yes.
I'll have it in one moment.
Oh,
sorry,
nice.
sorry.
Got a critical. I got a natural 20.
You got a beat.
Oh my god, so wow, this is probably our only lucky rolls. It's like all the rest of our rolls for this entire session are gonna be trash.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Wunderbar. Okay. Oh, I wanted to say this. Congratulations to Scythe Bergen on his nuptials. In your chat,
Yes.
that
Yes, awesome. Yeah, congratulations, dude. By the Druid of the World, that's interesting.
Okay. So, you guys, first off, you take a look around and everyone's staring at you. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, the druid did just undress.
So, it seems like there's a lot of like revelry and happiness making. Everything seems kind of lax. And you guys are standing pretty close to the camp in your robes and no one's really challenging you.
Okay. So I think we should be a little bit braver and start walking amongst the people in the camp and see. Let's keep to ourselves, right? Let's stick together, and let's see if we can overhear some conversations and see if we can pick up any information that we don't already know.
We should check for loot as well.
Okay, Opala. I don't want to draw attention to ourselves by stealing from the camp, okay?
I'm not saying be obvious about it, like, oh, look, a giant chest of gold, let's loot it, but maybe we can...
We're trying not to get caught.
So, would everyone kindly make me a charisma check?
I will do it.
Everyone
Okay.
do it.
What's the highest stat fail? The fuck's I jinxed it.
I got another natural 20. Nice.
The one with the charisma stat fails it.
Wonderful. So I'm just gonna tuck that away for later.
By the way, DM, I take this opportunity after the roll, of course, to cast guidance on everybody in the party.
Sure. Okay.
Everyone knows what that means, right? So your next ability check, you can put plus 1d4, not skill check, but ability, like charisma, strength, dexterity, that sort of thing.
Cool.
Of your choice. So.
All right. So yeah, so this is what's going on. So yeah, you guys are there. I mean, holler. Yep. So people are just kind of milling about, like chilling, relaxing, all cool, playing some b-ball out by the school. Yeah. So what are you guys doing?
Well, like I said, we're wandering around the camp.
Okay.
And we're looking for some conversations to eavesdrop in, kind of inconspicuously, and see if we can overhear anything we don't already know.
Okay. So there's some kobolds that are hanging out near you guys. You guys can talk to them
Okay.
if you want.
I don't know if we're gonna go talk to them, but we're gonna go stand kind of close to them and see if we can overhear what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're doing.
Okay. So
I can't select my.
Yeah, that's what I've just been trying to do.
oh, one moment. Okay. So they seem to be milling about, like talking in their little kobold life noises. As you guys approach, they kind of like stop and just look at you, give you a little side eye, like, the fuck you want?
Okay, well, I pretend not to see them. I'm just looking about. And I'm trying to decide if I want to talk to them or not.
I look at them and go, "Hey, friends, how did you do in the village raid?"
Do any of you speak kobold or dragon, as it were?
Draconic.
Or draconic, as it were?
Nope.
One of them makes a comment to the rest in draconic, or in a language you don't understand. It's like hissing and clicking, and the others like make some hissing sounds that sounds like laughter. It's quite clear that it's at your expense.
All right, I roll my eyes and I take my happy ass on deeper into the camp. So I kind of look behind me to see if Ophala and Crystal are in tow.
I'm coming.
They all have toes.
Yes. So like how does this work, like walking through here? Do we like move a little bit at a time, or can we just like put ourselves at the destination we want to reach?
Kind of go a little bit at a time, just in general, because if I have something that's lying in wait for you, then
we should have a look at some of these tents.
There's some people
fair.
milling around. There's some nice individuals hanging.
I also don't want to be caught in someone's tent without an explanation as to why we're in there.
Hey.
It's more just observing to see if we can see anything as we're walking by.
Yeah, so what do we see inside the tents, DM?
So there are a couple people mulling about. Some of them are celebrating on some grog, as it were. You guys, as you're passing through, every now and again, you'll hear, "Praise Tiamat's glory!"
Tiamat.
And some of the cultists, while saying this, extend their right hand with fingers outstretched to represent. Oh, never mind. They extend their right hand with fingers outstretched.
Okay. All right, so I kind of poke at Ophala. I was like, "Hey, do you see the movements they're doing with their arms? It's like almost like a salute."
Yeah, we should really take note of that in case we
Yeah,
get confronted by anyone.
yeah. So we spend like a minute or two just like kind of watching them do this, watching different groups do this as they're interacting with each other to really kind of memorize the pattern that they're using with their fingers and stuff, so that we'll be able to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
As you guys are over here, everyone make a perception check, please.
Okie dokie. Perception check. There we go. Here come the shit rolls.
You jinxed us.
Hey,
You have.
I know,
All right,
right?
Dagan. I think you're loading the dice because you've had 1, 2, 3, 4 nat 20s.
Yeah. I hacked roll 20.
Yeah. No, we're not. Oh, wow.
Okay, apparently that deserved a drink.
Dagan hears a cricket 3 miles away giving birth to twins. No.
Real quick, it's hot.
So, yes. You actually do overhear one of the. So, first off, you guys notice that not everyone is in robes. Like, there are some very young individuals there who are armed, but they're not wearing robes, and they seem to be along the outskirts of the camp, as well as some more grizzled individuals that not in robes. And they're also kind of out here further away from the center of the camp. You overhear some conversations about how your guys' good friend, oh god, what is his Landragosa Cyanrath, completely destroyed that idiot adventurer.
right.
And how cool that was. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. So that's kind of this area that you guys are around.
Shall we
Okay.
progress forward?
Yes, we shall. All right, so making our way through the camp some more. Kind of following this this path we see in the grass. Looks like the grass has been trampled so much that it's starting to carve out a natural path, and we're just kind of taking in the sights and sounds. Or are we seeing anything new in the crowds? Maybe
The
changes in
smell
the
of
behaviors
nature
as we
is
get
really
deeper.
comforting as we walk.
Oh, that's
Yes, the
nice.
smell of nature and sweaty soldiers covered in blood.
Sorry, I accidentally bumped your butt.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Also, the sweaty prisoners that are working tirelessly, building new tents, cooking. They all seem to be being used for manual labor. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I look at Lafayette and said they might be a good escape plan if we need to. Maybe start a mini revolt.
Yeah, but do we see, are all of them being supervised, or are they all being watched, or maybe we can talk to one of the prisoners without being noticed?
I mean, they're all working fairly hard, and each group has overseers. But again, everyone seems very content in their revelry at the moment.
Okay. I I walk up to one of the prisoners doing the manual labor, and I say, "Hey, you! Why isn't this tent up yet?"
I'm cooking. I don't. I'm sorry.
What are you cooking there?
He kind of snaps to attention and shows you, and explains that the hunters brought back antelope and other large game from the grasslands to feed the camp.
Ooh.
he I'll wait for that. Yeah, that's what he tells you.
Okay. How long have you been traveling with us, prisoner?
There is a grimace on his face, and he goes, "I've been traveling with you since I was taken last night." Everyone make a charisma roll, please.
Sure thing.
I'm going to use my guidance on this roll. So,
Keep it in
I guess I didn't need to. Do I? I mean, honestly, if I rolled a 1 on the thing, I would get like. Do I need to roll the 1d4?
You did call it, so I do need you to make it.
All right. 1d4.
Yeah, I'm the one with the charisma, and I just...
And a 4. See, I loaded the die. I clearly loaded the die.
He goes, then he makes a grand gesture of, "By your leave, sir, I'll go back to cooking."
I'm not done talking to you yet, prisoner. So, you come from the village of Grey Nest, then?
Yes.
Where's the loot?
What?
All the things that you stole from our village are in the cave for the whatever reason.
Oh, yes, where the loot was. I didn't hear him. Okay. Sorry.
It's important to know these things.
Make another charisma check.
All of us?
Yes.
Is the prisoner shackled or anything?
Oh yeah, they all.
Or
have,
is he?
They all have shackles. Shipwreck.
Sorry, my thing froze.
That's fine because Dagon failed anyway.
I'm not charismatic enough.
Well, I mean, you guys have been rolling at a disadvantage and still winning, so I mean, whatever.
Oh, we're disadvantaged? Okay.
So the
it's hard to tell, by the way, because you're always rolling advantage, disadvantage.
Right, but I don't always have to tell you either. Because I can see. Oh my sweet baby Jesus.
Bless you. Sorry.
I'm allergic to colds.
I apologize that we interrupted your sneeze.
If we were playing pen and paper, though, we would know, right? Because you would ask us to roll again or whatever.
Right. I kind of like this way anyway because it's more immersion. Because like you typically, if you're like in person, you don't really know if your people's attitudes towards you.
Yeah, that's true.
So the prisoner looks at Dagon, or excuse me, not Dagon, Lafir. He looks through the threads of time and space and sees Dagon sitting at a computer. Very strange. He's terrified. No, but he looks at Lafir and he furrows his brow and he goes, and his jaw drops. And he goes, I thought you were dead.
I make wide eyes at the prisoner. I'm like, you have me confused with someone else, prisoner. Wink, wink.
Oh, right. I am so sorry, sir. I'm just a lowly prisoner. How can I be of service to you?
Where's the overseer? And does the overseer have keys to the shackles?
So let's see. So there is a individual in some of the tents to the south of here that happens to have the keys. He never really he hasn't kept them on him really at all this past night. They've been too busy merrymaking while that we've been, busting our hides. Yes, so that's important.
We should totally get those keys.
He does lower his voice and he goes, "You have to help us. Those who can't work get fed to the drakes or dragged in that cave and never come back."
Oh my. Okay, I understand, and we're going to do whatever we can to get you out, but until the meantime, you have to just play along and do whatever they say, and we're going to come back for you, okay?
He nods, and then he issues you one last warning. He points to the largest tent to the east, which is surrounded by guard drakes and rather intimidating-looking individuals in armor. Stay away from there. That's where Cyanrath and the other heads sleep. They won't let you in, and you'll probably be discovered if you go over there.
Okay, thank you for the information, prisoner. Wink, wink.
Not every prisoner is your friend. A few have converted.
That's good to know. Well, when we come back to free you, which prisoners, how do you suppose we can tell which prisoners to try to free and which ones to not approach?
He shrugs and goes, "That's good luck."
All right. I'll remember what you look like. If you can, if they don't move you, try to stick around to this area so we can find you easier after we have the keys and we're ready to make our escape, okay?
I turn to the prisoner and I shove him over and yell, "Get back to work, slave."
Oh,
Hey.
fella!
We need to keep seeing inconspicuous.
A few of the nearby people who weren't really paying attention to you kind of laugh, and they point at the slave that's now covered in dirt.
In a very hushed tone, before I turn and walk away, I say, "Sorry about that," and we continue on our way. We're going to start heading south, though, in the direction of where the prisoner pointed, where the overseer's tent was.
Wonderful.
How are you feeling about this cave, Lithier?
I think that eventually we're gonna have to make our way into the cave and check it out. I mean,
He did say no one returned. What do you think that's supposed to mean?
There's no way
What's in
we're gonna
there?
get near it.
Well, there's no way we're gonna get near the tent where Andragosa is, or whatever that dragon asshole's name is. But I think that we can skirt around it and we can get to the cave, right? By trying to avoid that other tent. But I think that we should hold off. We're already closer nearby towards the tent that supposedly houses the keys to the prisoners' shackles.
Okay.
So let's head there first, I think, right?
I agree.
And I think that the people aren't returning because they're known prisoners and they're probably being taken in there to be like tortured or eaten or who knows what. But we're trying to blend in, right? So
Exactly right.
I mean, that's why I did what I did.
Okay. All right. So can you mark on the map the direction that the prisoner pointed for the overseer's
It's directly
tent?
south of you.
Okay. So we're gonna take this teeny tiny little path here, and we arrive at this tent.
Okay. You guys can make perception rolls, please.
All right.
May, excuse me, not May. That wasn't your perception. I'll just wait. That was look. Okay, wonderful. Oh, great, good. Dagan and May. First off, both of you noticed that the tied up individual known as Leosin is actually very close to you guys. He's, well, actually not super. Oh my God, Hansel.
Look, in my defense, I want us to blend in. I'm trying to keep our chances high. If we had walked away, someone might have been like, "Wait, why were they nice to the slave?" It was only a small push.
Oh my
Anyway.
So Leosin is there. He's in plain view for you. He's tied up, not really having anyone pay attention to him presently. Yeah, no, but you guys begin searching. You haven't found anything yet. You guys can make another set of perception rolls if you want to keep looking.
I do.
Yep.
So it's good to look deeper into things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
Okay. So as you guys are searching, shipwreck, excuse me, as I get my my names confused, Senorita Embers, as it were, yells out, "I can't find it anywhere!" Oh, son of a bitch. Not the son of a bitch part, I just yanked down on my mic. Anyway, and you all kind of like snap your neck towards her, like. So a individual kind of like walks over and he goes, "What can't you find? What are you looking for?"
I elbow Ophala, kind of nudging her to, and I'm like, you know, I mutter under my breath, say something, think of something.
She's looking at Crystal.
I know.
Just as a heads up.
I know.
Crystal?
Why does it keep freezing on me? Sorry.
Is Ophala going to step in, or?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought I was going to see what Shipwreck was going to do first before
I mean, you can. That's perfectly. I think I'm just assuming that. Well, never mind. I'm not going to metagame. All right, you just do your thing.
I turned to the girl to say, I'm sorry, we're currently looking for my dagger. I seem to have misplaced it. Have you happened to seen it around these tents?
Make a diplomacy check. Or a... Let me do one that's better. A bluff. You got a bluff for me?
No, I
Is
don't
that
think
not?
that's
Jesus,
neither diplomacy nor bluff or things.
So,
Jesus
I only
Christ,
have
there's persuasion. That's right. I forget that they like changed everything. Deception.
I'm
Give me a deception roll.
deception. Oh God.
Deception. Oh, I mean, you come up with this elaborate story of how you lost this and how your grandmother had given it to you, and how it had found the heart of many different innocent bystanders until you unfortunately misplaced it. And the individual looks at you and he's very sympathetic and seems very sad for you. And he goes, "Oh no. Well, hopefully they didn't put it in with the rest of the loot in the cave. I mean, glory to Tiamat."
Glory to Tiamat. I say glory to Tiamat as he.
Right.
And I salute, using the same salute that I saw the others in the camp using.
And he nods and he goes, "It's good to see the faithful here, especially since not everyone here are members of our order. Sure, we've got many of the new initiates working towards full acceptance, but all these mercenaries and kobolds everywhere, he stutters a little bit and then kind of collects himself. He goes, "Certainly, I mean, the kobolds are worshipful enough towards the dragons, but I just don't trust them." He goes, "Well, I'll keep a lookout for your dagger. And what is your name?"
My name is Alyssa.
"Very well, Alyssa. If I see anything matching that, I'll let you know. Good luck." I know it's not much the same, but maybe this will help you in the in the short term. And he hands you a dagger. So you now have a dagger.
Yeah. I have an extra. I have 2 daggers now.
I whispered to Ophala, please don't give it to the rats.
I smack Crystal over the head.
Excuse me. Not in front of
the individual kind of laughs and like walks away and enjoy the celebrations. We've certainly earned it. And then he walks away.
I looked at Luffy and said, "That was close."
You did
I
say
kind
Ophala.
of, leave it to a bard to talk our way out of a situation like that. And I kind of mutter under my breath. All right, so
I smile at fear. You should have seen Plan B.
I let out a hearty laugh. All right. So I think we are still trying to locate the the keys to the shackles for the prisoners, right? So should we keep looking through these tents, or kind of peering into the tents and seeing if we see anything that might clue us into which one is the overseer's one?
I would like to peer into the tent, so it's the only way we're really gonna know.
All right, make perception checks.
Wow.
Dagon, in fact, knows where all the keys are. He found a detailed diagram of wherever he gets the Marauder's map of keys. One's to a chastity belt, and you're like, whoa.
I'll take that.
The strange thing is it's on
Andragos's. It's Andragos's chastity belt. That's why he was so pissed. He's fighting.
All right. So you do manage to find a rather obvious set of iron keys.
All right, I'm gonna stuff them in my backpack and kind of wrap them in some
Can you
cloth
make
that I have.
Kindly make me. Okay, let me not call it the wrong thing, so I don't confuse you, children. No, I don't believe. Maybe unless did they combine that too? Sleight of hand, please.
Oh, okay.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Oh, the chariot.
Oh no! I'm so scared right now.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's just come here, objects and tokens, move you right there. Would you kindly make a charisma roll for me?
Mm-hmm.
All of us, or just Dagon?
Just Dagon.
Come on, Dagon, you can do it. Oh, Christ.
What are you doing?
Oh, hello. Aren't
Is-
you the same individual we were just talking about? Talking to?
No, this is a different individual.
Oh, okay.
He kind of quirks an eyebrow at you, and it's like, is there something I can help you with?
Yes. Sorry, friend. We were in the tent speaking with the overseer earlier, and we apparently dropped one of our weapons, and we just came back to retrieve it, and I was just moving these keys out of the way, and so yes, I was
Let me get a deception, please.
all right.
So the individual kind of crosses his arms. Oh, you were talking to the overseer, were you?
I believe so. He claimed to be an overseer. We recently joined the cult. We've recently moved up the ranks, and I'm still learning everybody's name. So, but yeah, I believe so. It was overseer. Oh gosh, I'm terrible with names. I'm so terrible with names.
One more deception check, please.
I could just charm this asshole, you know?
I mean, you have that option. Is that something you would like to do?
Not yet, no.
Okay, so you kind of stumbled on your story for a moment, but then you started picking it up, and then the individual's face tends to pale just a little bit, and he's like, "Well, I'm the overseer. So, what did this individual look like?"
Oh my gosh, really? He was Dragonkin, like you.
He's not
and
Dragonkin. He's not. I'm just gonna.
Wait, the
fix you.
token looks.
He's wearing things that make him look more dragon-esque.
Oh shoot! All right, hold up. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Oh, okay. My bad. So rewind 5 seconds. He was wearing. He wasn't wearing armor as elaborate as yours, sir. But he was wearing armor. He was human. He had like dark brown hair and like very dark features. He had like dark eyes. Come to think of it, he did seem rather nervous, and he was stammering quite a bit when we were talking to him. We didn't really think much of it. We just thought the overseer was another person.
Sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Well, so as you're telling the story, you're able to secure the keys, and he doesn't seem to notice as he's focused on your words. And he goes, "Very well. Thanks for letting me know. What is your name?"
My name is Samuel.
It's an odd name, but certainly I'll make sure that the captain knows of your diligence. And he storms off towards the big bag tent you guys told not to go. You were told not to go near.
Okay, guys, we need to get the fuck out of here before they come back asking more questions.
I agree.
So we are going to start heading over closer towards what was his name again?
Leo
the individual title.
Leo
And we're trying to like kind of blend in with the crowd.
No one's really paying attention to them or him.
Yeah, very much trying to not draw attention to ourselves. And so like we're coming over here, and are there people around him? Like what's happening over here right now?
No one's really around him. Everyone's kind of busy reveling. The people at the tent are focused on the individual who is now trying to explain the situation that you brought to hand.
This isn't good.
Well, it's serving as a well enough distraction for now, you guys. So I approached Leosin and I say, hello, prisoner.
He just kind of stares at you. And goes, "What do you want?"
And I start to lower my voice, right, so it doesn't carry. And I say, "My name is Lefear. I'm from Greenest, and I want to try to get you out of here."
He was like, "No, not yet. I'm not done. My plan hasn't come to fruition yet."
What is this plan?
What is your plan?
I've learned so much here already. I'm just on the verge of knowing why they came.
Well, we know why they came.
Leosin, what do you suppose they're going to do to you before you can find out any more information? You are tied up. You're a prisoner in the middle of their camp. you have some kind of grand escape plan?
I'll make do as I have before.
I pull out the broken choker from my backpack, and I just kind of like have it at my side so that he can see it, but I'm not like, putting it in front of his face. And I was like, your friends are worried about you.
I look at him and say, look, they're taking prisoners into the cave and they are not coming out. You are pretty much out of time.
Okay. So are you guys trying to take him down then?
I vow to take him. I mean, I vote to take him down. I don't know why I said vow.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I said I vote to take him down. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
I kind of glance over at the heavily guarded tent to see if anyone's looking in our direction.
No, they're not. They're still focused on the guy.
Screw it, let's do it. Let's take him down.
Yeah, let's do it. Wait, before we do it though, I first of all cast guidance on everybody again. It is a cantrip, so I can do it as many times as I want.
Okay.
And I say, if we are discovered doing this, we need to think of an excuse, like perhaps we're moving him into the cave or something of that nature.
Okay.
Or if I would prefer we take him out of the camp if we can, but I don't know if we can do that without being noticed. If we're seen carrying someone out of the camp, or not carrying, but guiding someone out of the camp, like what excuse do you think that we could use?
How wounded is he?
You can make a, oh god, is it a heal or medicine check on this one?
Medicine, I think.
Medicine, please. Make a medicine check.
Medicine check, all of us do?
Inhaled hot sauce.
Oh no.
Should we all make a check? Oh.
Whoever's like looking at it, and you have to, this is one of those things that if you are trained in medicine, you may make the roll.
Me.
Go for it.
Yeah, I am a healer.
Wait,
he is not doing so hot. He is very weak.
Are you going to be able to make it back to Greenest on your own if we were to free you?
Yeah.
Could we maybe heal him?
The kind of wounds that he has definitely need rest.
Guys, I think we might want to get him on our way out of the cave. Because if we take him down now, or what?
Or we could get him down and give him a cultist robe and he can make his way out.
So Lafir kind of glances around and he's like, where is Tylowin?
He's in that tent having an orgy.
I think Tyler's.
Let's.
You just had some distant sucking.
Oh my god.
It's a very large straw. That's what you hear.
I whispered to Leosen, I was like, we do have an extra cultist robe. If we get you behind the tents, could you put one on and try to walk around? Are you strong enough to at least do that much?
Yes, but know that they come to check on me roughly every 5 minutes.
Oh god. It'll send the entire camp on high alert.
Why don't we see if we can find somebody we could potentially... Oh wait, we don't have any kind of illusion, do we?
No. Okay. Well, this is in fact a pickle.
We'll have to
guys, I think we should. Yeah, I think. All right. I whispered to Leosin and I was like, we're going to have to get you on our way out of here. We still need to gather more information ourselves. You want answers? So do we. So sit tight here and cross your fingers that they don't flay you between now and then.
He thinks for a moment. He goes, if you could maybe replace me with someone, it should give you enough time to finish your exploration, and because they don't look at me that hard.
Ooh, I have an idea. Why don't we talk to the prisoner that we found earlier and find one of the converted, and then like just put him on the cross, but like sever his tongue.
Yeah, I kind of grimace as I kind of glance over at Ophala. And my Lithir is just like kind of speechless at the barbaric nature of Ophala's idea.
Are you really surprised?
Wow.
I glanced over at Crystal. I was like, no, but we need to figure out what we need to figure out what we're going to do, and we need to figure it out fast.
I felt man and said, look, I'm just trying to be practical here and increase our chances of survival. I don't want to die here.
Okay, I have an idea. Let's go talk to the other prisoner that we know is on our side. Let's see if we can get him to point out another prisoner that is converted or converting, and we can see if we can isolate that one and knock him out, and we can do the swap then, maybe.
I mean, I could always charm one if you would prefer. And it's just if we get one, there's a chance he could wake up, and then spout that he's not.
How long do you think you can keep them charmed for?
I can keep them charmed for about an hour.
Let's do it. We'll make him at least think that we're his friends instead of these assholes.
Just as you're doing that,
whoops,
that patrol comes up that he was talking about. This kind of looks at the three of you kind of oddly.
I turn to the guy tied up and say, "You will soon have you'll soon get what's coming to you, you filthy worm."
I want to make a deception check with that, please.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, I thought that he said that to the guard.
No,
I was like, what the fuck?
I said that to the guard too, that's why I was freaking out.
Alright, so he did the deception check. What happened?
So it's very apparent to your friends that you're forcing this, but the individual seems to be going with it.
Mm-hmm.
So his guard is kind of down right now.
Okay.
Chuckles a little bit.
I turn to him and I salute, and I kind of so I salute, and what does he do?
He nods and walks over and punches Leosin in the side, who lets out a grunt and spits out a little blood.
I give out a hearty laugh and
make a deception roll.
When are you gonna learn, Dagon?
Well, I thought it'd be more suspicious if I stayed quiet. I figured staying quiet would require more of a deception roll.
But you're trying to deceive him into the, and your laugh comes off pretty genuine.
Great. All right, and I turn and I start walking away, back up to closer to here. And I'm going back over here to this prisoner. This is the prisoner, right? This token over here?
Yes.
That we spoke to earlier? Okay.
Yes. And this prisoner is now being talked to rather haughtily by someone else who looks a little worn. And then the prisoner turns to you and goes, "Oh, sir, this is one of the people that I was telling you about." Cough, grovel, cough.
And I have a angry expression on my face while looking at this other individual, and I say, "So, I hear you haven't been pulling your weight around here." And I say, if you want to convert to our religion, you're going to have to put more work into it, right?
The person looks kind of shocked. They do the coldest gang sign, the coldest secret handshake. Hansel's fucking slaying chat today. About them dragons. Yeah, no, this person's just stammering. It's yeah, I'm working very hard.
And I kind of had this smug. I'm doing Dagon M smug right now, and I was like, we'll see about that. Come with us. And
make a persuasion, please. Persuade that fucker.
I was just gonna chant, but okay.
Come over here with me, prisoner, and we're coming over here to these.
Well,
tents.
he's not. This individual's not a prisoner anymore.
Okay, well, initiate. What the fuck ever.
Where are you going? Over here?
We're going over here to these tents. I'm kind of looking around. I'm looking for an area that's like less traveled, out of the way.
Okay, so over here by the boulders. That works.
And I look over at Ophala and nod.
I mean, we could just knock him out, like you said.
Ophala, you can't just go around knocking people out.
Are you?
I kind of face palm. I'm like, Ophala, now you really have to do it.
Fine, I'll charm him.
Okay. Give me a ditty.
Let me just, so I can keep track of where I am. I don't actually have any songs. Come, little friend, listen to my song. Join our side, and we'll give you a thong.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So the person starts swaying a little bit, and seems to be open to your suggestions. Oh my goodness, we've gotten so sidetracked. So you guys have a charmed prisoner. Yeah.
I might cut it to where we're just talking about irradiated wood without any context at all, and let our viewers wonder, like, what the fuck?
You mean you're gonna cut the puppy out? You're the worst.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much background noise and stuff there is. So.
Fair enough. This is fine. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
All right. So, I look at our charmed cultist initiate here, and is the initiate isn't wearing robes like we are, right? Because they're new
correct.
or something. Okay,
But you
so
do
like
have an extra
clothes.
set.
Yeah, but the guy who's tied
that's-
up isn't wearing a cultist robe.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. I think we're gonna swap them. Is our initiate friend here carrying a weapon of any kind?
Oh no.
Okay. All right. So I turned to the cultist initiate. I was like, "Hey, do you have any coin on you?" They're like,
Wow.
Pat him.
"Well,
No, they took everything to add to the hoard.
as they should, as they should."
I
Praise.
just-
Sorry, go ahead, Ophala.
No, it's alright.
Okay, sorry, I was interrupted there. Hey, DM, what's the dragon's name again? Tiamat.
Maybe you do.
Tiamat.
Can you
Where's
give me a wisdom roll to maybe remember that? You could do wisdom or intelligence. I'll allow.
True. All right. Okay, I'll do the wisdom.
You remember it as Tiamat.
Tiamat. Okay.
Like team.
Hey, just so you guys know, just as a heads up, so you're not confused, when you make a roll, I'm going to tell you what you believe or what you think or what you know. It may not always be the correct thing. Okay?
Mhm.
I'm going based off the roll that you make. That way there's
Yeah, I
no
got that.
accidental meta game.
Right.
Okay? So
Yeah.
you believe it to you distinctly
I picked up on that when you gave me like clearly incorrect information. Okay, anyway. All right. I tell the initiate, all right, I'm gonna need for you to follow us. We're going to we're testing some harness for prisoners coming in from Greenest. And we just need for you to get into this restraint, and and this is very important. Now listen to me, it's very important, because you're going to be tested on this. This is a test, all right? And other cultists are going to come up to you, and they might say mean things to you, they might do mean things to you, but it's all part of the initiation process. It's perfectly normal, all right? So and once you've passed the test, you are going to be a full-fledged cultist member. After a couple additional trials, but that's a teeny tiny little detail. This is the first step. Are you ready? Because I think I saw, I heard some really messed up things about you. I did, but I think that you have some spunk in you, and I think you have what it takes to become a cultist. So you're going to go through this trial, all right? And I think that don't disappoint me. Don't disappoint me. I think that you're going to do okay.
She's hanging on to every word, and she's thanking you, and it's going very well.
All right. So and another thing, you have to remain completely silent. Just be as stoic as possible. You're gonna have to. This is to prove your strength, that you are strong enough to withstand these trials. So, are you ready to go? Are you ready to become take your first step to being a full-fledged member?
She starts to say yes, but then closes her mouth and nods.
And I smile. Very good, very good. I think you're going to do very well with us. And so we start walking over here.
Okay.
And I come over here, I kind of survey the situation. What's happening over at the tent? Are they looking at us?
Perception.
Okay. Oops, that's persuasion, sorry.
You persuade the situation very well. In fact, you persuaded so well, you don't even notice what's going on around you. But no, I'm just kidding. Everything seems clear.
I turn around and I was like, hey, you guys, keep an eye out, take a look around, and let me know if you see anyone paying attention to us or coming toward us, okay?
All right. Just make the switch quick.
Everyone who's looking around, can you please make a perception check? Minus Dagon. Dagon, you did yours already.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys notice that the guy from before is still at the tent. He's kind of causing a commotion. He's like, come on now. He's obviously trying to get the importance of what's going on. These people who just aren't moving. They're just like, okay. Right. So.
All right. So I start to take down Leosin.
Okay. You do so fairly easily. He kind of collapses into your arms.
Oh,
and I wink at Leosin, and I say, "Well done, brother. You are now one of us." Like it kind of so that our cultist friend here can hear what I'm saying.
Right.
And then I look over at our cultist friend and I say, "Okay, it's your turn now."
Okay. You after a few moments, you're able to get her up, and it doesn't seem that anyone has noticed.
Okay.
We should probably pass him one of the ropes.
Yeah, I would like to restrain our person here in such a way that kind of as closely as I'm able to matches how they had restrained Leosin.
That works.
I was thinking about we need to give our new our released friend a cultist robe.
Yes, the robes. Yes, and then I look over and I say to our cultist friend, "Look, this can be you soon." as I hand over to Leosin the other cultist robes that we have here.
Oh my goodness. Hello, chat. So yeah, no, so you do a great job. Good job.
Okay.
You did the thing.
Right, so that was the four of us, and our friend here is injured. But
he said he could make it back.
He did not. I think he said he wasn't sure. I look over at Leos and wait, are you going to be able to make it back on your own? Make it back, yeah.
He nods and says he'll probably have to rest shortly outside of the camp, but he'll wait for you there.
You should just go
Okay.
back completely.
Well, he's not going to be able to make it in his condition. I turn to Leos and I say, okay, just stay out of view. Even if someone comes across you, you have the cultist robe, so just try to just talk
Blend
yourself out of
in.
the situation if you have a situation like that, but otherwise try to just stay out of view. And if you see us walking out of the camp, either follow us or try to grab our attention so we know that you're there, okay?
He nods.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, so with that said, we are once again avoiding that mess over there with that tent. And I do the salute at our cultist initiate here and smile and nod, and I walk past her, and I am moving toward... You know what? Wait, am I moving toward it? Yes. I'm moving... I'm going to go towards the cave.
I follow the fear.
This is gonna go
And
badly.
I turn to Ophala and Crystal, and I ask them, do you guys think that we should release the other prisoners probably on our way out, right? Maybe we can use it as a distraction, too.
That actually is a great plan.
Sorry, what was that, Crystal?
That's a great plan.
As you guys start working your ways towards the cave there, some of the guards finally emerge from the tent, the large tent, and they actually double their security over here.
We can use
I
that
see-
option later. Jeez.
And a alarm is sounded, and it seems as though the camp is now on high alert.
Okay, I kind of whisper at Ophala. I was like, you have a fucking beautiful silver tongue. So if we end up having to talk our way out of any situations, so far I think that you should be the one to do it. You've been doing a better job than I have anyway.
I smirk at Lafayette and say, well, somebody's got to be charming.
Can you all make a perception check, please? So the only so as you two are chatting, Shipwreck looks over, Crystal looks over towards the tent and sees a familiar face exit it.
A familiar face.
What familiar faces?
The one that cleaned Dagon.
The one that decimated your friend.
Oh, I didn't know what kind of familiar face you were talking about.
Yeah.
And
Are
it
we
seems-
supposed to... Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't see the other token pop up. Okay.
Yes.
I'm
see.
kind of looking...
You don't. The only person who has seen him so far is Crystal.
Okay, gotcha. Yes.
So do I alert my...
You
my
can.
hands? All right, Lafayette. Well, it seems like we have someone familiar. You know, the dragon that kind of almost killed you.
My face goes kind of like extremely pale, and I'm like kind of looking around like, where?
It's okay. She's straight ahead of us. Relax. We're not engaging
Okay.
right now.
And I'm like
Alerting
kind of
you.
like making an effort to like not look directly in the direction she's pointing, but kind of have look at the side of my eye.
Don't look suspicious. Just letting you guys know.
Yes.
I
kind
Let's
of
think
like
about
pull
our next
the
move wisely.
I pull the cultist hood like further over my head.
I turned to Lafayette. I said, look, we've accomplished what we needed to here. We didn't manage to get any of the belongings, but we've rescued the person, and we've seen the numbers and seen the amount of tents that are here. We should get out while we can.
That is true. This was supposed to be just a reconnaissance mission. But oh god, I want to see what's in that cave.
If we take on this battle, we are risking our lives.
We would die.
I'm not planning on battling anyone.
No, I'm just saying, but if we go through, I'm just saying.
I mean, I do have that spell available to us. We could try to pass right by them without them even seeing us as we blend into the environment.
I mean, I could try talk my way if that fails.
I mean, right now we are technically cultists, so.
Yeah, I think we should take the opportunity to try to get in there. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, we could take this opportunity to get away safely and not find out what's in there.
I am curious myself. We just need to take this very, very carefully.
This is a reconnaissance mission.
While I'm curious, people have been going in there, not coming out. That could mean there's a dragon, and there's dragon eggs somewhere around here, which would imply a dragon. I think we should try sneak back to the prisoners, release them, and then let's get out of here.
Well, for all the dragon knows, we are part of the cult.
But the problem is, the ones around the tent said the prisoner who we encountered said they're pretty familiar with the faces.
Did they?
He said we would be recognized.
Did they? I don't remember that. Crystal, do you remember the prisoner saying that?
I honestly don't.
Well,
I'm willing to try going. Don't get me wrong, but
we have a couple fail safes. We are disguised. We can come over here by the boulders to the side of us, kind of out of view. I can cast the spell, and we can try to blend in. We can try to walk right past them. Even if they do notice us, maybe Ophala can talk us out of the situation, as bards are wont to do. I don't know. I mean, I think that's going to be our best plan if we are going to do that. So,
all right, let's do it.
But we don't have to. I'm not going to force you guys to do it. So if you guys want to do it, then
I'm down for it. Let's just be careful.
Okay.
Wait,
all right,
side question.
Yes.
DM. Do they have like a good sense of smell? Like, would they be able to recognize us based off the smell? Out of curiosity.
Would that be something that your character would just know by looking at someone?
I mean, two of them look like dragons, so I would assume they'd have a heightened sense of smell.
I'm not sure.
Right. So have you ever looked at someone and be like, man, I really bet they have a good sense of smell? Like that's not something that you would know. Right. But it's a good thought to have.
Because I was just thinking it like if he had to fight dragons, if they're like cats and dogs where they have a keen sense of smell, maybe they would recognize him off of that.
Why don't you make me a nature roll?
Okay.
Or if it's called something else, whatever.
No, it's nature.
Okay, cool. Okay, so with those guard drakes there, you definitely think it is not a good idea to try to sneak in because they will be able to smell you.
Oh my.
Here's the thing, guys. Dragons are still very animalistic and they can smell pretty well. I don't
yes,
want
that is a good point. I'm not too well versed in the nature of the spell, so it may be the case that it won't mask our scent as well. So that's a good call. I'm not sure I want to risk it. All right. Well, with that information, Crystal, I think that maybe it would be best to turn around and try to free as many of the prisoners as we can. Let's certainly try to protect the one that's helped us thus far, and the others we will release, and we'll just try to escape in the ensuing chaos.
Sounds like a plan for me. How are you feeling about this, Ophala?
I think this is our best chance of surviving the ordeal.
I agree.
Okay. All right, so I turn around and I'm walking away from the tent, away from Mr. Dragonkin badass over there. We're gonna come back here and kind of walk this way, back behind here, and we're making our way
downtown.
I keep wanting to sing the song every time I say that. We're coming over here to the prisoner. So are the prisoners kind of clustered together?
Pause.
But yes.
Everyone make a stealth roll, please. You can. Okay, I will. Yeah, the stealth will work.
Did I click that or did I not go through? No, I didn't click that.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. So you get to the commoner.
The commoner. Poor guy.
All right. Are the prisoners clustered together, or are they like
No,
spread out throughout the whole camp?
They're definitely spread out.
Okay, I look at the keys that I had swiped in my backpack. I'm not pulling them out, but I'm like kind of looking at them in the backpack, and I'm kind of comparing the keys. Do they look like they're about the same?
Yeah,
Or...
it's actually just one key on the keyring, like traditional cartoon there.
Oh shoot! I was hoping there was more than one key. Okay. All right. So, you guys, how do you suppose is the best way to go about this? There's so many prisoners. Some of them are being supervised, some aren't. Do you think we should just like save the like as many as we can? Oh no, I'm dropping frames.
I think our best bet is to save everyone that we can without completely risking our lives. Because if we engage into a fight, we might not come out. We need a bit more experience.
Why don't we leave him in chains and get him to directors, and that way, if anybody asks any questions, we can just say that we're transferring him.
We could do that.
But what about all the other prisoners?
Might be a little curious.
Yeah, while we're looking for the other prisoners.
There's got to be so many prisoners. I don't know if we can save everyone.
Yeah, but not every prisoner is.
Not every prisoner is on our side. And I think we're better off saving the ones we can. It's better to save one than none at all.
Well, and remember that not all of them are going to be on our side, right? So maybe this prisoner can help point us out the ones that he knows are not.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We can, if we take him, leave him in the binding. So if anybody asks, we're just transferring the slave to somewhere else. That's my thinking. He can point out the ones, and then we can try grab them.
All right, let's do it.
Okay,
all right.
So you guys stealthily work around the camp, and you are able to save a total of 4 individuals.
Woo!
Awesome.
In addition to the one that you saved, the first one.
Leosin? Or
no, this guy.
So 5, and then Leosin outside?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. So they're still in the shackles, though, right? We're going to act like we're transporting them.
However you guys thought about doing it,
yes.
You managed to do it.
Okay, yeah, because it's going to be suspicious if they're just walking around like, yeah!
I'm free.
Right?
Right. So it's good. You guys managed to get out there just as they finished tripling security. And Leosin flags you down pretty quickly outside. So that's that.
All right.
So you guys heading back to Greenest then?
I think we should head back to Greenest.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, the guy, the one prisoner we had interrogated a while back did say that there was a cave near the campsite that had dragon eggs in it, but I don't know if he meant the campsite in the camp. I mean, do you guys think it would be worth looking around?
It seems likely that was the cave.
Right.
We could just compile all the information we've got and relay it to the governor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And maybe that's where that big dragon that fears scared away actually hides out in.
Yeah.
And that's why no one comes back out alive.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So as you guys are traveling back, Leosin shares some of the knowledge that he's gotten. So this camp is of the Cult of the Dragon. The extended right hand with fingers outstretched represents the 5 heads of Tiamat when they praise her glory. There are some very devout individuals who curl back 2 fingers to show that Tiamat's strength is hidden. It's not mandatory, but typically adepts and hardcore cultists look favorably on those who do it sincerely.
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Yes, the whole thing, or
no, just that last bit about what they do to.
They curl back 2 fingers to show that Tiamat's strength is hidden. They make the I love you sign like that. Right. So not everyone there is a full-fledged member of the cult. Many are new initiates working on full acceptance. Many others are simple mercenaries hired to flesh out the camp strength during raids or if it should come under attack. The cult has been ranging far and wide on small raids to collect treasure. Greenest was the closest target to the camp, the biggest of all the towns they've attacked, and the most profitable. You guys already know that prisoners are used for manual labor. In the past, a few have converted and become loyal members of the cult, but most of them die of overwork and undernourishment and are fed to drakes or dragged into the cave. The cave at the back of the camp is off limits to all but those who have been cleared by some of the higher ranking individuals, who he's caught the names of Mondath and Rezmir. And that includes a handful of guards and kobolds. It's known around the camp as, quote, the nursery, end quote. And it's an open secret that the higher-ups are planning to hatch a clutch of dragon eggs there. Rezmir is a half-black dragon, the half-black dragon that came to the area a few months ago and set up the camp. And then Mondath handles the everyday operations. The half-blue dragon, Cyanrath, is Mondath's right hand and is seldom far from her side. He has a rigid sense of honor, but you don't want to make him angry.
Wait, when you say you...
What the hell?
is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's yelling at me.
When you say dragon, do you mean dragonkin or actual dragon?
So they are half dragon.
Half dragon.
So yes, this is the words he's using. So yeah, he's like dragonkin, etc.
Okay.
They believe that Tiamat, quote, the mother of dragons, end quote, shall return, and when that day comes, all the nations of the world will tremble before her majesty. That's their words, not his. For whatever reason, Leosin had become a special interest to Rezmir, and he wasn't quite sure why he was kept alive. But I mean, meh. Yeah, life. And the plunder from the nearby settlements is stored in the cave. No one quite knows how much there is altogether except for Rezmir, but it must be a fairly large pile by now. Let's see. What else? It seems that as you guys are talking to him, his mind and will are strong, even though he's in a very poor physical state. Right. So that's that. You all, after some travel time, you arrive safely back at Greenest with Leosin in tow.
Wait, hold on. There is some background noise. Can you repeat that again?
That was my cat. I apologize.
Presumably with Leosin in tow. He fills you in all that information. And then the monks were pretty much like waiting by the gates. They rush out and they're delighted to see him alive. And then, of course, the released prisoners are each, they go to their families and they're all super grateful for the return of their loved ones. Governor Nighthill meets you shortly after your arrival and doles out 250 gold to each of you, making a big deal publicly about your courage and daring.
Okay, I like that. I like that last part.
So that's where you guys are presently. And that's actually the end of that episode, which is super fun. So let's open up the next one.
Yay! Yeah, we still have like 50 minutes left.
Great. So you guys have a little bit of downtime. Okay, Leosin's going to need a couple days to recover. All right, so you have some time to rest, to buy something. The town's starting to get back on its feet again a little bit. I mean, they're still very wary. They're still kind of underdeveloped. But if you need to buy things, etc., now would be the time. to do that.
What kind of merchants are open?
Pretty much all your basic fare. So if you let me know what you're trying to buy, I will.
Okay. I don't suppose we're gonna be able to find any healing potions.
Would we be able to buy things like weapons, like a better bow, for example?
Like a better bow, you said?
Yeah, just curious.
Yes, you would be able to if you have the coin for it. Just so you know, it's expensive to get +1 items. So, like, really expensive. But yeah, no, you've got some. I have to do some rolls to see if they have stuff like that. But you let me know what you want to buy, and we'll do some merchanty stuff. But you guys do have an opportunity for a long rest here. If you just kind of want to push through the next couple days, do you guys know what you want to get a hold of?
Do they have any armor that is like +1?
Let's see. Just a moment. Okay. So
I nudged Lafayette and said maybe we should get our stuff from storage and sell it.
Well, I mean, we only have the storage for a total of 5 days anyway, right? So I think that's a very good idea. I still have our inventory of things stored there. If maybe we can talk some of the merchants into buying some of our wares. They are understocked anyway. So, but of course they might not be able to afford some of the stuff we have. But we can ask.
Hey, I'm doing a quick look at some things just to make sure I'm not confusing pricing for Pathfinder and okay.
They don't have that. I might be able to get something else. I just quickly looked at armors and such and what I can wear.
So Ophala's going shopping for lingerie. Is what
I mean,
oh my god, it's so loud. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit.
Sorry.
Ophala is going to Victoria's Secret down on Main Street.
I mean, do you want to join me? Watch me try it on, you know?
Well.
Do you want to see
What can you do with that
everywhere?
tail, Ophala?
I don't have a tail.
They actually
Oops,
don't have
awkward.
any crazy.
I have a stuff, but
They don't have any crazy armors like +1s or anything like that.
can I ask you?
What about in the way of weapons?
I am going to link you guys something in Discord real quick.
Can I ask you something like OOC kind of thing?
Sure, go ahead. Yes, it really is that big.
Is studded leather an upgrade to regular leather? Like, is it stronger? It does say it's more tough but flexible.
Okay, so studded leather. I don't have my book on me, of course. Typically, yes. Armor 5E. Okay. Oh, well, I could have just. Yeah, you can also just look in the compendium for some of the stuff, by the way. It's an AC of 12 base.
So it's pretty much the same as what I've got then.
Yeah.
I'll echo Diego's question about weapons.
What's the question about weapons? I'm sorry.
Do they have any +1s? You said they
No,
didn't have any
they don't
+1
have
armor.
any +1 items whatsoever.
Okay. So all right, so we're just looking at what they have here in the thing you linked us.
Yes.
This is what we can choose from. They're not going to be out of any of these things.
Yes. So these are the items that you guys can presently buy.
Okay. I wish I had it pulled up on chat, but on my gaming PC, but I don't want to pull up.
I want to buy a horn.
A horn. Okay.
Actually, is all of this available?
Yes, we're gonna say everything is available, including the potions.
Okay, I would like to buy
Um,
some bagpipes.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no!
Oh my God.
No!
okay.
Oh. How many days has passed since we started this little adventure?
It's been about 2.5 days.
Wow.
That's what I'm big on.
Do we resupply on rations too?
Absolutely. Just you guys need to make a list of what you're buying, and then let's do the gold totals, and then we just need to subtract it. Okay.
Okay. So, because I haven't been keeping track of my rations, is that a thing that you do?
Man, I just kind of assume you guys eat. I mean, you're not
Okay.
crazy. Also, like, they like you, so they're probably feeding you and having you over dinner and trying to marry you off to their not so attractive young ones, you know.
Yeah, I think the only things I really want is some healing potions and some bagpipes.
Okay. So they only have a total of 3 potions of Cure Light Wounds, and 1 potion of Bark Skin.
Okay. I look over at Ophala. I was like, okay, Miss Moneybags over there, can you get our
They're all at,
potions of...
by the way, they're all giving you the prices at the cheap option.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm not Miss Moneybags, how dare you? But yes, I will purchase all 3 of them.
I have seen your coin purse, Ophala, and it is far heavier than mine.
I mean, I just added.
Is that a euphemism? Because
Oh no.
I mean, are you trying to seduce her? Because I don't know, it might be working.
You cannot bard a bard. How dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm just kind of looking through everything. I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm not. It's hard to tell, like, what I want. Like,
Oh no, wait. Bagpipes is a bad idea. Never mind. I've got no proficiency in it, so I'll just get the potions.
Okay. Are you buying the potion of Bark Skin as well?
Um,
Because we're gonna call that an uncommon, so that's gonna cost 175 gold.
I'll just buy the healing potions if they want a bark skin potion. Then
So that would be all 3 of them. So that's 38 times 3. We're gonna open up the good old calculator here. So that's 114 gold that you're spending presently. What else are we buying, guys?
I would like my longbow.
You want a longbow?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll take off. What was it? 114 off my cash then.
All right. So the longbow, and make sure that when you guys add these, that you are doing it from the compendium. Right. So the longbow, of course, will also be at the cheap cost. So let's see.
how many?
So that's 38 gold, and then make sure that you're buying arrows with that. Both
Hey Andy, how's it
silver.
going, dude?
So and it's 10 silver to 1 gold, by the way. So,
how many vials of acid does the local alchemist have?
we'll say, oh, son of a, can you guys still hear me?
Okay,
Yeah.
yep, I can hear you.
I thought I was going to lose my computer again. Okay, so he has 5.
I will take 2 of those.
What
So
is,
that's 36 gold.
Yeah.
what is in the healer's kit, out of curiosity?
So in the healer's kit, there's like bandages. It just gives you a bonus to medicine checks.
Oh, okay. I thought it would just be like potions or something.
Oh no, this is like
What's...
a first aid kit. It's like, here's a band-aid for your gushing puncture wound.
Do they have any manacles?
They do have manacles.
Oh my god.
How many sets of manacles do they have?
As many as you would like.
Look, I'm trying to think of a secure way to lock people up if we need to. Stop judging me in a BDSM way.
I love it.
I'll buy 3 lots of manacles.
All right, 3 lots of manacles, so that's an additional 3 gold. Next thing you know, she's gonna be like, "Are there any houses for sale, and do they have a basement?" Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So what would you recommend for druids to buy?
So you have your focus stuff already. I mean,
What's in an herbalist kit? Does it include vials, or do I have to purchase vials?
so give me a second. There.
Also, what I don't see, are there like special type of arrows I could buy, like poison, etc.?
No.
Okay.
So poisoning something is its own like little area. But no, I mean, there are component pouches. You might want to get scrolls that you can read, right? But it would have to be a spell scroll of things like typically like you. Oh, let me check your guys' skills to see what the applicable skill was.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Oh, they don't even. You can just. I guess you can just read them. Yeah, but scrolls are like one-shot use things. So.
Right. They're expensive as hell, though.
Oh yes, they are.
I'm gonna purchase. How long does it take for me, like in game? Obviously, how long does it take for me to craft things with my herbalism?
It depends on what you're trying to make. And
I'd like to make some extra cure wounds potions.
Okay. Do you have the materials for that?
Well, I was gonna purchase some vials, and I have an herbalism kit.
It's a cure wounds potion, 5e. All right. Okay. All right. So, bum.
I'm back.
So, they don't list magic items. Remember potion healings on our magic item. Oh my god, we're starting to get into crafting stuff. You guys are hardcore now. Let's see.
Temptation to
Okay.
buy soap and just give it to Livia.
Okay, so it's going to, the creation cost is going to be 1/4 of the buy cost. Okay, and you have a DC, an herbalism DC of 10 to successfully.
Wait. So what's
create it.
going to be 1/3 of the?
All right, and so the
cost?
cost for the materials is going to be 1/3 the cost of if you bought the potion outright at a normal cost.
Right. Since we had some downtime, I was thinking I was going to go out and
Absolutely.
spend like a day in the forest to forage and
Okay.
try to find some
Can you
some large wildlife too to tame with one of my spells.
Not a lot of large wildlife in this area. Actually did
cool.
some research for you. So
Cool.
Okay.
Can we do different things in downtime then?
Absolutely. So go ahead and make me a nature roll to try to find yourself some herbs that you might be able to use.
Can I spend the time like performing to raise money?
Absolutely.
with the bagpipes.
Well, we've already established I don't have the bagpipes.
I know. I just wanted it to happen so badly, and I also didn't at the same time.
All right, so you do well enough. You may get enough materials to be able to make 3 potion of cure wounds.
Sweet. All right.
All right, so now you need to actually make them, which would be another check for you, which is going to be your herbalism kit allows you to make it with what? Is it with a nature?
I think so.
By the way, You have a lot of things on you right now, and you are kind of
Well,
over
it's
capacity.
not. Well, no, actually, I don't. I don't have any of those things on me.
Oh, you
There's
dropped it
stored
off.
a lot of.
Special stored.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just
That's the
making
thing.
sure.
I didn't have. Yep, I've been overweight for a while.
So, wouldn't
So
that
when
make
I
you
type
move
in-
slower?
What happened?
If you're overweight, like carrying on stuff, wouldn't that make you move slower?
Yes, it does, and it actually puts you at disadvantage with some things, but that's fine.
So- I'm sorry.
Right.
I can't find the cure wounds potion in the compendium.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'll show you the thing. In a second. Can you go ahead and make let you do a medicine check to make the potions.
medicine.
So, and it's going to be, you have to do it 3 times. Okay. And your DC is going to be 10. Oh, you do a very good job. The first one. So go ahead and do the next one. Okay, you make a second one. And you make a third. So you do manage to make 3 potions.
And Nofala, did you purchase the other 3 potions we found in the market? All right, you have them in your inventory then?
Yep. I'm going to drink them all.
So now we have a nice amount of potions.
No, Nofala.
But can I do what I said or?
Yes, you may. Give me just a moment.
Yeah, sorry.
And we will finish that. Okay, so it's going to be 1d8 plus your spellcasting mod is the heal on the potion of cure wounds. Okay? So you have 3 of those.
Yeah.
All right, so that's your spellcasting mod since you made these. So good job.
So
you
how
did
do
the
I
thing.
record that?
You just write it down somewhere.
Okay. So just kind of stepping out of character, like, you know, since I'm new to the game, right, I don't know what would Lefir normally be looking for. Like, Lefir like lives and breathes in this world, so I feel like my character would know like what things to look for in the market, but since I don't, could you give me a little bit of direction as like what I should be looking for?
It all depends on what you want to do. Like, you guys are doing a great job so far.
Not die.
Well, you got
during
some
our
potions.
adventuring.
You got some potions. You might look at better armor for yourself. Now, as a druid, you can't wear any metal, or you won't be able to.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I have hide armor, and I think that that's the highest probably I can wear without getting into metal stuff, right?
Correct.
Okay.
For at the moment. But you might be able to find something later. The cool thing about 5th edition is that you don't have to rely on magic items like you have to do in previous editions or in Pathfinder, right? Because you kind of scale up with things, which is nice. We're the flesh of demons, as Tim says. So basically, he wants you to skin him. But yeah, no. So you guys are doing pretty good at the present.
Okay. Did anyone pick up that potion of bark skin, or is that still in the market?
That's on the market, but I can pick it up for us.
Okay. Yeah, I think at least one of us would benefit from having it.
I'll take it.
Okay, and it works as the spell does. So make sure you take the appropriate amount of gold off.
How much gold should I have? I bought the longbow and that potion.
Add those together and subtract it from the total of gold that you had.
Let me see. Hush, guys. I'm bad at numbers.
No, I'm sorry, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing because Lefir is taking another gander at the stuff in the market, and he like walks past this.
I can't find it.
Just go in the compendium and type in bark skin. It's basically you can't. Barkskin raises your base AC to 16, and then you could add on to your. So basically, so you touch a willing creature until the spell ends. The target's skin has a rough bark-like appearance, and the target's AC can't be less than 16, regardless of what kind of armor it's wearing. So basically, it increases your AC to 16 if it's below that. So it's pretty nice.
So sorry, I was laughing. I was laughing because Lafir is walking through the market again. And he walks past this merchant's table, and like something catches his eye. He's just like, he sees this climbing kit, which is a horrible idea because he is not of any athletic inclination at all. But suddenly Lafir has it in his head, like, oh my gosh, I could climb mountains. I could be so good at this. I totally want to try this out. And so he would like to buy the climbing kit from this merchant.
Sure.
You're not getting the grappling hook.
Well, that's an interesting thing. Does the climbing kit have a grappling hook in it? I would imagine so. I mean, you use it to climb up stuff, right?
Oh, what? Climber's kit.
Mm-hmm.
So just so you guys know, a lot of these items are in the compendium. So it tells you climber's kit includes special pittons, boot tips, gloves, and a harness.
How did you find it? I couldn't find it.
I typed in
climber.
It's
climb.
I typed in climb and it's under items.
Oh, there it is. All right, I must have misspelled something.
That's okay. Dakin
Okay.
can't spell. Confirmed.
Yes. So okay, all right. So it does have information on it. That's great. So special pittons. Oh, I thought it said special potions. I was like, wait, what? I can't read either. Apparently.
It's okay. It's okay. We know that the only thing you're good at is being a furry. Oh, look, I found Tyluin. You guys see him in the market. He's like walking around, like keeping his head down, hoping that you don't see him. Suddenly poofs out of existence.
Man, he is a slippery one, that one. All right, wait, that was 18 gold. All right. So I bought the thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess...
Are we happy?
Yeah, I wish I honestly, to be perfectly honest, I wish I had a chance to do this off stream, because like I really do want to go through this list of items.
We can do more. All right, that's fine.
Okay.
As a short thing, we did some shopping. No worries if there's more off stream, because there's not going to be any like combat or running out for the rest of this stream. So no worries, we can still work that out. I will let you spend your gold. Do not worry.
Okay. And what about selling our miscellaneous stuff that we got out of Carol's Closet of Hell?
So you sell it at 50% of the normal cost, right?
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take care of that then after the stream if you don't mind. So we're not taking up more time.
That's fine. Okay. So a couple days. We have to do the performance. Hey, can you toss me 2 performance rolls, May?
Do remember that my performance is actually meant to be 10 because of my ability.
Yes. That's fine.
So I'll just double click performance.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So the first night you kind of go around and you sing songs about your own heroism and and the things that you're doing, and people are really super into it. And you make a decent amount of money the first night. And the second night you continue with a little bit of more embellishment. And you do okay, but not as well as you were hoping the second night. But you make a total of 17 gold.
Hey.
Over the course of a couple days.
Nice.
Okay. But good job on that. Okay, so it takes a couple days for Leosin to recover, but once he's healthy again, he gets back in touch with you and he tells you that he intends to travel north to Elturel to convey what he's learned to Onthar Froom, a paladin of Torm, who shares his concern over the Cult of Dragons' recent surge in activity. To you, he says, "After all you've done for me already, personally and for the people of Greenest, I hate to ask anything more from you, but the need is great. and I dare to hope that you can aid me one more time. I need you to return to the cultists' camp. You know your way around it now. If the cultists are preparing to conduct another raid, or a large body of them marches away, or if anything substantial is carried into or out of that cave, I need to know. If you have a chance to get into the camp and look around again, that would be the ideal way to spot anything that's changed. I don't recommend letting yourself get captured, he adds with a wry smile. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, he offers you each 150 gold apiece.
Wow.
For doing this up front.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested as well.
I was thinking 150. The previous mission got us 250.
So first off, let me amend that. He offers half of it up front.
Okay, so 75.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm less interested.
No, I'm still interested. That's fair.
He says that you would be able to collect the other half after you found him in the city of El Terrell afterwards to report. If he has moved on before you reach the city, that you guys would be able to speak to Paladin Onthair Froome to collect your payment instead. He does say that it is not essential that you head back to the camp immediately, because he doesn't expect the cultists to make any sudden changes in their plans or mode of operation.
Okay.
I ask him, is there anybody he can send with us who could maybe help us?
He's taken his entire group with him back to El Terrell.
Okay. I'll do it. I'll do it. And so you want us to report back to El Terrell after we've gathered information for you?
Yes.
Okay. Ophala, Crystal, what do you two think?
I'm 100% about this.
I'm reluctant, but I'll come along.
You're always reluctant, and you always come along, Ophala.
I'm glad you added an along to that.
Okay. All right. All right, very well, Leosin. We will do this for you.
Wonderful. Okay, so are you guys going to head over immediately, or are you going to wait?
I think we should rest up since...
Yes, absolutely.
It has been 2 days.
Definitely.
Oh, so we're
Oh,
back to...
true. So we're back to full health, and we have our spells and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, do you guys think that we'll have any benefit from waiting around longer, or I feel like maybe, I mean, I feel like the more information, I feel like the more, well, that's true. But the earlier we get there, the more information we might be able. Like, what if we missed something? What if we would have seen something important if we were to go now? You know?
Yeah, but here is the thing: we just released quite an important prisoner of theirs. They're going to be on high alert and looking around. We might
That's
benefit
true.
waiting at least a day, making it 3 days. The security might be less tight.
Here's an idea. I mean, if we're going to be there, what if we actually are really dug in? I mean, we could have.
Why don't we join
some
it?
of the...
Why don't we join the cult
Right?
and be in disguise?
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. That we have our disguises still. We could have the prisoners build us a tent. We can, just set up shop and just keep a lookout inside the camp, and we can keep to ourselves. Obviously, we don't want to raise suspicion. But I mean, that's an idea, right?
I mean, why don't we infiltrate it and join the cult, and then hopefully we can work our way to maybe getting into that cave?
Well, I mean, we already have the robes, so we have, and I put my air quotes up, joined the cult. Right? So
I look at Lafayette, unamused at his sarcasm. I don't literally mean join them.
Well, I know what you mean, but what you're suggesting is we make our personas well known to the higher ups and try to gain entrance into the cave legitimately.
Yeah.
I think we have enough charms to pull this off.
That's a Interesting idea, Crystal. What if we just charmed one of the higher ups to let us in?
To use our power of seduction.
I am not some hooker.
Well, we weren't even
mean-
putting you. We weren't saying you, but I mean, if you're volunteering, Ophala.
In our entire adventure, I have never slept with anyone. I would like to point this out. I am no hooker.
We weren't calling you a hooker. We just said charm.
Mm-hmm.
It's not our fault if someone makes extra money on the side at night. We don't judge.
I made that performing.
Oh, I'm sure you did, Ophala. You performed very well.
I'm just...
Dammy, is Dammy rage quitting? He's like, okay, I'm done. Bye.
Why is he rage quitting? I might have missed.
I don't know.
Because we have a prostituting tiefling.
Oh God.
Oh my
That's
god.
Different.
No, I've just seen what Hansel put in my room.
Oh no, maybe that's why he's rage quitting. Wow, that's something.
Yeah.
There are some bound and gagged Scottish beefy men
I've been
in
seeing that.
May approved. So, by the way, if you're new to the channel, there's some super interesting things in the Discord.
Oh my sweet baby Jesus.
Right.
Subjecting more and more people to
So-
my Discord.
Are we going to move to Dale?
Are we heading over to the camp or are we staying here?
So we've kind of come up with an impromptu plan. Like, well, I don't know if we have full agreement yet, but the idea has come up that we're gonna go to the camp and we're gonna convince some of the prisoners to build us a tent. We're gonna kind of, set up shop and maybe work our way into the cave by maybe like charming some of the higher ups or something into letting us through.
The key thing we haven't actually said, like, when? Are we moving now or are we waiting like a day or?
I don't see any reason to wait, honestly.
All
It's
right.
already been a few days, so I'm sure their guard is down as
Alright.
much as it's gonna go down.
I'll go along with it then.
Okay, so you guys return. You guys are pretty good at finding the place now. But as you guys come up to the horseshoe plateau again, can you all make me a perception check?
Sure.
Wonderful. It's pretty well deserted. The huts that have the kobolds at the front are all burned. A lot of the tents have been taken down. In fact, it only seems like the guard towers up closer to the cave itself still remain intact. There are still a few guards outside of the cave, but it seems that everyone else has left.
Shit. Well,
And that is where we're going to end today.
okay.
Plot hook!
Hmm.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching! Ah.
Okay. So we got a little bit less than 3 hours, and
Yeah,
that's good.
that was fun and exciting. You guys had fun today?
I
Yeah,
actually
I did.
I was
Yeah.
upset there were no battles though.
Murder hobo. I mean, wow. Hey, it's fine. Sometimes it's a battle of your mind, not.
Mhm.
But there was a lot more like thinking and like a lot more talking. That part I did like because it forced me to be more active where I'm usually not vocally.
Yeah, you guys did a great job today. I'm super proud of you. So,
Nice.
great job. Next week, hopefully, I will have my computer issues sorted. If not, I'm going to purchase a large box and ship Dagon down here so he can fix my computer for me. I'll make sure
I think
there's
it'll be
holes in
cheaper
the
to buy a
box.
computer.
I mean, it depends. I mean, how much do you? Never mind.
Yeah, you're gonna ask me how much I weigh for shipping.
Oh my god.
No, I just buy one of those flat rate shipping boxes and make you squeeze.
And they put me into an unpressurized cargo airplane hold. I'm very blue whenever you open the box.
I'm sure you'll be fine. I'll put like live goods or something. Like I'll write crickets on the box. It'll be fine. Just make cricket noises every now and again.
All right. So
yeah, so great job.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you, Maymay. Thank you, Shipwreck.
Always.
I had a really good time. I hope everybody in chat had a good time. We're going to be back next weekend, I believe. Yep, everyone good with that next weekend?
How do we feel about starting at noon next weekend?
At noon, I probably can't do. I could
That's
probably
the
do
time
one.
That's the time I'm talking to Lance, and right now I'm gonna have very little time because he's about to go on mission. So.
All right, that's fine. We could do one or just do three, whichever. But we'll discuss that in.
Well,
just remember, whatever time it is for you guys, I'm an hour early.
Okay.
So would 1 o'clock work for you, Shipwreck?
Yeah, I can work.
1 o'clock Eastern? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I think next weekend, so what is that going to end up being? We should make it the 3rd weekend of every month we do a long session.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so that's a thing now, chat. If you're watching this in YouTube later and you want to come check me out live and see the real shit show, the unedited shit show, you can join us next week. Well, actually, if you're watching this, it's probably either tomorrow or today. It's Sundays. All right, so it's going to be next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And otherwise, it's at 3 o'clock. So anyway, I think we're going to cut here, and we'll see you next week, all right?